Hello everybody and welcome. In this video, we'll show you the exact way you can add 30 plus high-paying clients to your digital marketing agency's pipeline in the next 12 months without relying on networking, referrals, and other time-consuming prospecting tasks simply by using our proven cold outreach method. Now, let me tell you the truth, right? Here's the deal. You can add 20, 30, 40, God knows how many high paying clients per year using cold outreach methods. But there's a slight problem with that, and is that the old way of prospecting, which is what a lot of digital marketing agencies do, is just not going to cut it. Prospecting LinkedIn profiles manually, one by one, going to networking events every weekend, and also spending hours working on long form content, podcasts, YouTube videos. This is all painfully slow, tedious, and the worst part of it is your results are not guaranteed. After all your hard work, best case scenario sometimes is that you'll end up with a bad quality client that makes your life hell. Now, after working in an Inc. 5000 digital marketing agencies for over 5 years, me, George Johnson, and my business partner, Axel Espinosa, we are your safest bet to help you achieve your dream of working only with high paying clients. But how can I say this, right? Who are we? Who am I? Well, we're founded in 2022 after working for over 5 years as account managers in charge of growth and development in a digital marketing agency making over $8 million a year. And I'm not telling you this just to brag about how cool my job was or, you know, where I have been, how much money I've made, but we saw how deteriorating it is for agency owners to spend countless hours on pointless tasks and activities just to end up getting the most cheapskate and low quality clients. To be true, our main goal is to save you the pain and the struggle it is to work so much in content, networking, prospecting, outdated lead lists to end up seeing little to no results. Our goal is to get your results quick and guaranteed. But that's enough about how great we are. Let me give you what you came here for. Here are the steps of how to build a cold outreach mechanism that gets you 30 clients that can pay you the money that you want in the next 12 months. So, step number one is set up a cold outreach prospecting machine, right? The old process for prospecting um, is you would have to hire a team of SDR, sales development representative, somewhere between three to five, right? On top of that, if you do content, podcast, YouTube, whatever, you'll need a content management team, or at least one person that can help you schedule your content. And on top of that, for scraping leads from the internet, you'll need multiple virtual assistants. Then you'll have to spend months training them to do cold manual outreach, content marketing, and LinkedIn networking, hoping they can land you, sorry about that, hoping they can land you a discovery call. I mean, this is just one way of doing it, right? Um, but there are some bigger companies who have higher budgets who will go to paid media, pay for Facebook ads, pay for Google ads, LinkedIn advertisement as well, trying to gather qualified prospects for your agency. And after you've gone through this entire process, you see that, well, results are not what you expected. You're sending out 50 to 60 emails per day, creating hundreds of hours worth of content just to land you two discovery calls in a month with people who are not qualified to work with you. Now, the old results of this old process, well, the cost and time consumption can be exponential. You can end up spending thousands of dollars just in salaries, in training, before you can even see some return on your investment. And on top of that, you will end up putting money out of your own pocket and God knows what else just to, you know, hope that in the next 12 months you can get a couple more discovery calls, land a couple more deals just to keep you going by. And that, as I said before, that's not going to cut it. The new process is that you build an automated cold outreach machine that works without any training, little costs compared to the process that we mentioned before. And the best part of all is risk free. It takes less than 14 days to set up, and it allows you to remove yourself completely from tedious prospecting side of your business to focus on growth, to focus on service delivery, to focus on closing clients. And the best part of it all is hundreds of times cheaper, more cost efficient than the old ways. This will help you gain your time back, save you money, and grow your business. And if I'm pretty sure that that's what we're all here for, right? So if that sounds great to you, remember this is only step one. We have a couple more things to share with you that are as valuable as what I just shared. So number two, you have already built your automatic cold outreach machine. Now you have to craft your high converting messaging and your offer. You see, the old process is that you put your entire focus on showing how great you are and how fancy your processes are. You go around Facebook groups, LinkedIn, DMs, networking events, and you go around saying that you offer SEO services because I mean that's what you do. That must be your offer, right? Unfortunately, that's not how it works. This this is what everyone does, and it's not working. If I sat in front of you and told you I do lead generation, you would say, "Well, congrats. That means nothing to me, right?" All results you'll be left on red, and all those DMs that you sent, you'll spend countless hours on content creation again, and still you won't be able to show the value of your services because, as I said before, nobody cares about you. They care about what you can do for them. Remember that benefits beat features every single time. Now, with our new process, you can focus on one specific niche, one industry, one group of people, and you become a specialist for them. Maybe people you have worked with in the past that you have provided great results for. And you can craft an offer around that, and then you'll be able to speak their language directly in a way that they can feel that you are the answer to all their prayers. You are the answer that they've been looking for. Your SEO services that you offer disguised as a golden apple placed right in front of them for them to grab. I mean, and this is obviously not enough, right? You can't just pick a niche and still, pitch a slap on Facebook ads or, you know, web design or SEO. You can just say, I do this, give me money. As I said before, we want to focus on the end results instead of the mechanism. This is where we show your prospects the benefits that they will get of working with you rather than focusing on how they will get those benefits, right? That's the most important part. I don't care if I hire a team of salespeople. I don't care if they're going to do door to door sales or cold calls, whatever it is. As long as they get me to my goal, that's what I want, and I'm willing to pay however much money I have to pay. And I'm pretty sure that you would agree with me on that one. Of course, the new results are that just by tweaking your angle a little bit, like as I mentioned before, your reply rate to your DMs, your emails, your calls, your booking rate, and your closing rate will spike in a way you have never seen before. Why? Because your message resonates with your prospects. And this will help you gain predictable income, predictable uh, prospects in your pipeline every single month. You won't have to worry about where your next lead is going to come from, right? Okay. So number 3, you have the people you have the group of people you want to talk to and work with. Now, you have to build a list of qualified prospects, right? You need to find the people you want to send this message over to. And the old process of this is you manually scrape a list of prospects from various platforms. Say it's LinkedIn, say it's Instagram, say it's Facebook, say it's Google, you name it, right? You go over the internet, you try to find people in this niche that you decided to work with. But the old results is you will end up with the exact same list of prospects a million other people in your niche have already reached out, and they're burned out. They don't want nothing to do with you. They can even be unqualified in a way that they don't even know they need what you offer, right? And you end up contacting them. You spend hours working on outreach and you see nothing. On the other hand, the new process is that you set up a high quality prospecting system with tools that automatically generate the exact outcome of leads you're looking for. Say, for example, instead of going over to Fiverr and getting a list of 1,000, I don't know, 1,000 roofers, if you want to do Facebook ads to give you an example, or SEO, instead of that, you go to certain tools that we'll share with you later today, and you look for roofing or construction companies who have X amount of employees, X amount of income, and you can even search for buying intent for your digital marketing services. Now, what's going to be the result of this? This equals to a much more streamlined process of higher quality prospects. This is going to be 10 times faster, 10 times better, and you get to expect prospects. I'm sorry, you get the exact prospects you are looking for, right? So far, the entire machine is coming together, right? It's all making sense. Now, stay with me because this is just the halfway point. Now, step number 4, you have your list, you have your message, you have to put that together, and you need to start sending your high converting message to your prospects. What's the old way of doing this? Well, the old way of doing this is simply copy pasting a boring pitch slapping script into Messenger, LinkedIn, emails, you name it. And the problem is you're doing it to a general business page, or you're copying and pasting the exact same message into a cold email, and the email that you're getting to is at info.com or info at blank.com. And this is not going to work for two main reasons. Number one, your prospects are not ready to buy from you just yet. They don't even know who you are. And as I said before, they may not even know that they need your service. So that's a problem. And number two, your goal with outreach is to book a discovery call so you can discover more about your prospect, understand their needs, and see if they are a good fit for you, right? At info emails or general emails, you're not talking to a decision maker. And remember that sales doesn't matter if it's B2B, doesn't matter if it's B2C, it's always person to person. So if you go around sending outreach to info at xyz.com, you'll stand around with your arms crossed and get no replies and no results. And we don't want that for you, right? Our new process
is that we take a hard converting message with your irresistible offer we crafted before, we put it in a cold DM and cold email, and we send it directly to business owners and decision makers of the companies that you want to work with, right? When we even set up an email flow with a couple follow ups, right? So this way you can make sure, right, that you are booking meetings and getting to talk to your prospects and closing more deals, right? It's very important for you to follow up, and we're going to touch this on step number 5. You have sent all the emails, right? You have reached out to your list of prospects, and then you never follow up, right? This is the reason why most agencies struggle to get clients. And it's mind-boggling to me. I honestly don't get it. Say you have finished reaching out to your list of 500 prospects. You contact them by DM, you send them a cold email, you invite them to your podcast, you invite them to watch your YouTube video, whatever it is, and and they don't get an answer, and they don't follow up. Not even once. Not even once. Now, you have reached out to 500 prospects. You may have caught them, whoever you reached out to, they may have been busy, right? So of course they won't reply right away. But the problem is that if they don't reply, the majority of people would just think, too bad, they're not interested. On to the next one. When in reality, they must just have forgotten. They're busy, just like you are, and just like I am. So you do this over and over again, you'll run out of businesses to reach out to if you just stop reaching out if they don't reply. How about you just add a quick little message, right? Hey, just checking in if you saw my last message, just bumping this up on your inbox, hoping we can talk, hoping we can meet, whatever it is. And then you do that, and that doesn't work either. What's going on, right? Well, the result is that you'll get, if you keep doing things like this, you don't follow up, and if you follow up, you just follow up once, you'll get one conversion, one discovery call, or one client after contacting 100, what? 1,500 people, and it's unqualified. It's a qualified business from you, from someone who listened to your podcast or found your YouTube videos or whatever it is, right? And instead, our new process is, we focus on setting up an automated flow that does the follow up sequences for you with valuable, intriguing messages daily, weekly, or monthly, depending on your needs and the flow that we decide works best for you. And you never miss a follow up. You see, it's that easy. You can catch a business owner on the spot every time because you have an automated flow for it. Then your results, of course, is you will get an answer from business owners at some point, sooner or later. It can be at the first email, it can be on your fifth follow up, it can be a month later. Doesn't matter. You'll get an answer from the person that you're trying to reach out to and the person that you want to work with. In fact, research has shown that only one follow up more increases your overall conversion rate by 22%. Imagine a machine with a flow that will make it possible for you to do an unlimited follow-up. Sounds amazing, right? Well, stay with me because we only have 2 more steps to go. Step number 6 is locking in those meetings with your warm prospects, right? Again, you don't follow up, you're not able to book your meetings. But what if you did follow up, right? You did follow up, someone say, hey, sounds great, let's meet. Say that happened last Monday, and now it's Friday, it's the day of the call, and your prospect didn't show up. Why is that? Well, because you didn't follow up with them after the meeting was booked. Again, people are busy. They are gonna forget. If they booked a call Monday and they booked it for Friday or next Monday, they're gonna forget if you don't remind them, right? What's the old result? Pretty clear, right? you'll be left hanging with your ready-made presentation, and it's been 15, 20 minutes into the meeting, and you're sitting by yourself wondering why the prospect never showed up. And it's because you forgot to remind them of your meeting. Now, this means you'll never get to close deals with the prospects you want to work with, and you will only be able to close deals with prospects who stumble across or stumble into you and your work. And we don't want that for you either. With the new process that you'll be working on is you'll have a quick follow-up sequence, right? In Calendly, you can do it to automatically remind prospects to join the call X amount of minutes, X amount of hours, X amount of days before. So you make sure that they show up. And let's say, and now the result of this is pretty self-explanatory too. Higher show up rate means higher chances of closing a deal. If your closing rate is 20%, your numbers will grow exponentially. If you go from having 5 meetings in a month, which means you will only close one, to having 20 meetings in a month, because you'll be closing 4 deals. That is 4 times more revenue simply by adding one quick follow-up sequence to your process. And lastly, closing deals with your warm prospects. You would hop on a call with them, right? You did your follow-up, you did your homework, and now you hop on a call with your prospect, and you have worked so hard on that PowerPoint presentation you spend hours creating to try to do a one call close with your prospects. But the problem is 8 out of 10 times your prospect won't be ready to buy right on the spot. And that's pretty common, right? It's very rare for people to buy on their first encounter. And now your presentation may be too overwhelming, it's too much information that they didn't know they needed, that they're not sure how to take. And so you'll be just left with your shiny presentation. Nothing to do with it. On the other hand, with the new process, you create a set of qualification questions you go through with your prospect on the first call. This is a process frame which is amazing because you can replicate it every single time you hop on a call. You can ask every single qualifying question every time. This is an SOP, right? So this is something that you can teach if you hire an SDR, if you have someone else doing this for you. And after that, the ball is on your court. You have the information you need. You are the one who can tell if the prospect is qualified or not. And if they are, then you start working on a sales deck to showcase how you can solve the problems and pain points they shared with you on that discovery call. And the best part of it all, the little secret, is that this is a process you can replicate. You have a ready-made sales deck that you make slight tweaks to every time you get on a call. This will save you time. It will save you a lot of money if you pay someone else to do it for you. And every time you get on a call with a prospect, they'll feel like your solution matches so perfectly with their problem. It's a no-brainer, and they will want to work with you right on the spot, right? So let's quickly sum this up, right? Because this was a lot of information to unpack. Number one, you set up a high converting outreach machine. Number two, build a strong list of qualified prospects in your ICP, in your ideal client persona or ideal client profile. Number three, you craft a high converting outreach message with a strong, irresistible offer. You send your outreach messages to your qualified lists, you follow up with your leads, you lock in the meetings, you close the deals, and there you have it. 30, 40, 50. The sky is the limit for you. High paying clients in 12 months. And now you have two options, right? Number one, you set this up yourself. You train your SDRs and you choose the DIY route. You go through it yourself and yeah, you do it all in-house. There's a few problems with that. Number one, it'll take you months to train a team capable of getting you good enough results. And that's if you're lucky, because sometimes it can take years. Number two, it'll take you thousands of dollars in training, in equipment, in salaries, etc., etc. The costs just keep adding up. and it will take you hours upon hours to sort through irrelevant traffic, unqualified leads, and undesirable prospects that nobody wants to work with. Or you can use our proven cold outreach mechanism, ready to start in just 15 days, programmed to get your results in the face in the first 45 days, and at a fraction of a cost of a full team. You would only pay a small performance-based fee, which is a win-win for everybody, right? So here's what's going to happen if you decide to work with us. Number one, you'll be able to fill your pipeline with quality leads at a rate you have never seen before. As you can see, we know what we're talking about because we have worked with people in the same situation that you are in right now. You can get an additional 300,000 in revenue in 12 months if you execute properly. You can forget about not hitting your quarterly numbers and explaining your failures to your investors, to your business partners, to your mom, to your dad, whoever it is. You'll not have to spend countless hours on manually prospecting LinkedIn profiles, recording content, and hoping, for the best. That's on us. We got you covered. And you will not have to stress about where your next deal will come from, because that is on us. But now here we face the $1,000,000 question and the reason why you have watched this video. How does it work? Now before, when you wanted to build a list of qualified prospects that you wanted to reach out to, you had to spend countless hours going through Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it, without taking into consideration their industry or their budget. But now you can rely on our team to do it with just the right tools to find the ideal client for you, so you don't have to go through the hassle of doing this yourself or have a whole team hired for this sole purpose. Before, if you wanted to increase your potential reach or put your name out there, you had to also spend your time on networking events, creating content, all this stuff that we have mentioned time and time throughout this video, sorry. But now you can count on our systems and our framework to not only find these people, but reaching out to them in a way that actually works and lands you those desired projects that you want to get your agency to the next level. And it's just it's just how it sounds. It's a total no-brainer, to be honest with you. Now, if you wanted to get this done job before with your in-house opportunity generation team, that you have spent a good amount of hours on training, explaining your value, so you can outreach and prospecting activities with, you would have two costs. You have to pay for payroll costs, anywhere between $14,000 to $18,000 every single month to pay again and again and again, and they wouldn't be capable of getting the results you really want. As unbelievable as it sounds, we are only a fraction of that outrageous costs. Here's what you're going to get if you decide to work with us. First of all, a complete optimized cold email outreach system built and done for you, which is valued at around $8,000. A list of 6 to 10,000 qualified prospects valued at $6,000. A dedicated inbox manager for you and your soon to be packed calendar, because believe me, you're going to need it. You're going to get so much traffic that you're not going to know what to do with it. And finally, a well-structured A/B testing infrastructure completely done for you. That this is valued at $3,000. And instead of paying $20,000 for this, we're offering you all these services above for absolutely no less, for only a laughable small setup fee compared to this outrageous number, plus a performance fee for each qualified call we book for you. You only pay for the people who actually show up. How does that sound? All you need to do is book a call with us, and we'll guide you through all the details you need to know and any questions you may have. Now, I need to tell you the truth. We're only capable to work with 3 new clients every month, so we can give you the best work and the most personalized one-on-one coaching. We can also put all of our efforts to your business to make you succeed. So make sure you don't miss this one of a kind opportunity. I'm sorry for that. And log a meeting with us so you reserve a spot and have the chance to learn about this before the month ends and the spots are taken. And now let me tell you one last thing, and this one is for you only because you sat through this 30-minute video, so you deserve it. If you decide to work with us today, just for you being a fast mover and an action taker, your first 3 calls are completely for free. We'll get you 3 calls with 3 high quality prospects completely for free. And on top of that, if you click the button down below, you will be able to book a 45-minute audit session completely for free as well, where we can strategize what should be your next moves in terms of outreach, assess your current state of your outreach and outbound channels, and give some actionable advice for you to improve your outreach and client acquisition channels in a record time. And if we all feel we are a great fit to work with each other and decide to work together, your first 3 calls, as I said before, are completely for free. We win when you win. We want to see you succeed, and we want to show you what we're capable of. If we don't sign up as a client, then that's fine. You'll still get your 45-minute audit session, and you'll still get your actionable step-by-step plan to go ahead and implement it manually, right? But only we can only assure you these bonuses if you act now and lock in a spot on one of the next upcoming days. Of course, we want to make sure that you feel secure. So we back everything up with a guarantee, meaning if we don't deliver on our promises, you don't pay a dime. Now here's you thinking, well, what's the catch? There's no catch. We have you covered with a 100% satisfaction guarantee policy, meaning that if you don't feel we're doing a good job in the first 30 days, you get all your money back. No questions asked at all. And if you still feel sketchy, we only work on a performance-based pricing model, meaning that you only pay for the calls, for the leads that actually show up for your calls. So you don't pay for nothing that is not giving you and your business value. Again, just to summarize this entire offer, you'll get a complete optimized cold email outreach system built and done for you, a list of 6,000 qualified prospects, a dedicated inbox manager, an A/B testing infrastructure, 3 free calls with high quality prospects, and a 45-minute audit session. So what are you waiting for? The total of all of that is $20,500, excluding the 3 free calls. And on top of that, you have a 100% money back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Click that button down below, schedule your strategy call with us, and let us help you take you to the level you are meant to be on. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day.